Guys, I'm Ellis, of course, and we're here with PittsburghSportsReport.com. It's a huge day in Pittsburgh for a lot of reasons, not just because the Steelers are hosting the Tennessee Titans in the building behind me, and not just because I'm hanging out here in a very, very cool environment, but because I'm hanging out in this cool environment beside this man. He is our commissioner of tailgating. I know his real name. I may not, actually share his identity. Mr. Commissioner, how are you?
I'm doing well, and as I see here, and very happy to be in Pittsburgh, one of the greatest of all tailgating venues. And I'd just like to mention, and to everyone out there, I'm not this short. I was standing in a hole, so if I come over here, now I'm bigger than you. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
Because people say, hey, 86, he looked a little short, but now I'm not. And this is my good side.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
right.
I need
I feel better about it already, even though I feel 2 inches shorter.
This is my big side.
Yeah.
This is my good side.
That's exactly right.
Well, it's being commissioner of tailgating, and my story basically is 1996. I had sold my business in New Orleans, which was a cooking school.
Right.
I then bought a motorhome and went to every stadium in the NFL in 1996.
Why'd you do that?
Because I could.
I like it.
What I wanted to do originally was to have a television series of Charles Kuralt with food. And I felt the best way to see, number one, if I could live in a motorhome. Number two is to meet people with great recipes. And that was really with tailgating. But the first 4 games, which was actually the black and blue division at the time, that I just fell in love with this thing we call tailgating and realized that tailgating is not just a bunch of guys in a parking lot drinking. Tailgating is the new community social. It is what I refer to as the last great American neighborhood. It is the reception to the banquet. Mm-hmm. You know, we sometimes are invited to banquets, business banquets. We may skip the banquet. We're going to reception. We may skip the wedding. We're going to the reception. And so this is in a day of total social media where somebody wants to be your friend and they send you this little note and you click on the thing and you friend them.
Right.
In the parking lot, if you friend somebody, you give them food.
That's a good idea. As a matter of fact, you don't even need electricity to do that. You just need to be able to be with people and
but
have
it's
some
electric.
community.
No, it's electric in the parking lot.
I like
I'm
it. That's
telling
where
you.
I was headed. That's exactly right. Now, how does one become the commissioner of tailgating? I've made it public that I will relinquish all my other job responsibilities to be your heir apparent. How does that happen, Your Highness?
Well, number one, Your Highness would be correct. First year, I was the king of tailgating. Mm-hmm. Tailgating in every stadium, cooking a pot of jambalaya. Nobody had ever done that before. Mm-hmm. Super Bowl was in New Orleans, and I was welcoming people. Even if the team didn't make it to Super Bowl, all the fans were welcome to New Orleans year-round. Then, in 1997, I came to the realizations that monarchies around the world are in trouble. There are overthrows every day. Coup d'etat. It's
unsafe out there.
It is very unsafe for a king. Mm-hmm. But commissioners are for life.
I like it.
Once you get into the commissioner, look at Bud Selig. Come on.
Yeah, right. Come on.
Well,
if he can keep his job, you can.
Yeah. So I was named commissioner of tailgating, at NFL headquarters in 1997. No. It so happened I had the microphone. I was doing something else. It was a cookbook promotion, the NFL Family Cookbook. But I told everyone, I said, I have an important announcement. I am the commissioner of tailgating. You've just been named. And nobody made an objection. So I became the commissioner of tailgating. Since then, I have run for re-election twice, been elected unanimously by I don't know who. Mm-hmm.
Did you have opposition?
Oh, yes. Richard Simmons. Yeah. Yeah, Jenny Craig. What can I say?
Yeah, right.
What can I say?
Got troublemakers everywhere, Commissioner.
Well, even Julia Childs wanted to come into and said, butter.
She had time on her hands.
Well, it was bacon and butter.
Yeah, right.
And so that, but since then, in 96, I've done 800 games, over 800 tailgates, over 800,000 miles, studying the partying habits of the American public in the parking lot.
That's quite an academic exercise.
It is, and I have been exercising quite a lot.
Oh, I could tell.
And in this exercise, that I walk around. Now, the first year I cooked a pot of jambalaya. Now I realize if you're at your party, and this is anybody, if you have a party at your house and somebody calls you up and says, hey, come on over, we're having a great party at our house, you can't leave your party.
Never.
So I decided not to have any tailgates, and I would walk around and see what other people are doing and pass along on tailgating.com, so that I would take photos, I'd get recipes, and pass it along, whether it's vehicles. Now, today we're on the river, so I'm seeing tailgating vehicles that are vessels.
Yeah, right. But you don't want to fish in that river, at least for your purposes. But then again, Jambalaya, New Orleans, come on, you've seen worse. I want to ask you this, though. 32 NFL stadiums, lots of NASCAR.
No, 31 NFL stadiums, 32 teams.
I like this.
Yes.
Now, correct me. What do you mean by that?
Well, there's Giant Stadium. The Meadowlands host 2 teams, so we have to get correct. Okay.
Yeah, this is why you're the commissioner.
It is.
Okay,
Yeah.
but NASCAR, you've got a 17-city tour. Is that correct? And the Can Crusade. That's why we're here.
We're here. I am on the Can Crusade. I feel like the Cape Crusader.
And you make me feel like you're the Cape Crusader.
I feel like a superhero, because what the Can Crusade is all about is about to inform people or make them back aware, re-educate them to where aluminum cans are the smartest choice for tailgating. Easier, cleaner, safer, recyclable, and it's so much easier. They cool down quicker, but and especially in this area with the blue bags and the recycling that is going by our friends at Alcoa, the initiative, it is something that is tremendous. So that 17 city tour on the Can Crusade, but total I'll do about 45 stadiums, and about 29. Let's see. 290,000 calories per week, approximately.
Good. Okay.
That's my fuel.
Yeah, Richard Simmons. Okay, now, here's how you got my attention. I see a press release about a month or so ago. It says that Commissioner Tailgating crushes can record. And so I did a little research, and before you know it, I do an Ellis Cannon Sports Business Report. I throw it up statewide radio. I send it over to our friends at Alcoa. They push it over to the Aluminum Association, who we love. Of course, it ends up on Twitter, and on their site, they push it, and we come together. Now, my question, though, is 66,000 cans in 24 hours to get this record that's 5 mile, as we say in Pittsburgh, worth of aluminum. How did you do it, Commish?
I had a lot of help. I do have to say, I had a lot of help. It was the Guinness Book of Records, formerly held by a group in South Africa. And I don't know what they were doing with aluminum there. And their aluminum in South Africa is not as good as American aluminum. We know that. Mm-hmm. And so that we had, and the rules are very, very interesting. You can have 60 people work on it for 24 hours. It was strung on wire, 5 miles long. It was an incredible venture. We broke the record. We now hold the record. And that after we did it, we brought it to recycling. That money was then donated to the food bank of Green Bay. So everybody, it was a win-win for everybody. We sometimes forget about recycling. The recycling also is better for the environment, but also can be a moneymaker. As I see a lot of people around the country, a lot of groups, Little League, Boy Scouts, picking up cans to resell as fundraisers instead of selling, the chocolate and the popcorn, to recycle. And so it's better for the environment. And if you recycle a can today, 60 days later, it can be back in somebody's hand, which I beg people to recycle. Otherwise, people are going to have to drink out of cupped cans.
We can't have that.
We can't have that.
This is South Africa. Yeah. The thing that's interesting, Commish, is that these venues, and it's interesting you pick the NFL stadiums or NASCAR, because there's hundreds of thousands of these cans laying around. There's productive afterlife with these cans. The recycling bit is for real. When you talk to your subjects, what do you say to these people, your followers, your people?
Well, I say, number one, recycle. I mean, we've got to recycle. We've got to be responsible. We have to be good neighbors. But we have to think responsibility. We have to have designated drivers and designated grillers, because
Never thought of that.
If
you have why you're the commissioner.
Well, that's it. And if you have a bad guy on the grill, that doesn't work.
Never.
So that recycling, of course, again, it plays a very important role, but it also helps clean up everything. And so the fun part of what being in Pittsburgh is about is that probably when we think the record was 66,000 cans, how many cans do people go through out here every week?
Well, let me see. I've been part of this culture for 50 years. Let me tell you what, you may be able to break that record by half, as in halftime. I mean, don't worry. They're not going to let you down,
right,
Commissioner.
Yeah. Well, and we can't even collect cans because people are using those good blue bags,
Yeah,
and
right.
and so that the good thing is that having the recycling to be able to drink out of aluminum cans. But more important, hey, it's time to tailgate.
It is. And I know you want to get to your people very quickly. We could see it, the social media, Facebook, Twitter, tailgate.com, all these different places, so your message continues to resonate.
But how about cancrusade.com?
How about it?
Yeah.
I mean, I like that a lot. I like it better, to tell you the truth.
Cancrusade.com is the home of the Cape Crusade. In fact, I'm urging everyone for Halloween.
You mean your people?
Well, no, everyone.
Oh, everybody.
Everybody, because everybody at heart is, if you throw a party and invite your friends over,
Sure.
It's a tailgate. It may not be a tailgate in the sense that we're doing it at a football game or at NASCAR, at steeplechase, or a Jimmy Buffett concert, but we're having a party. And a party means it's that reception to the banquet. Our friends are coming. They're casual. I like the way you dressed up today.
Thank you so much.
We're kind of worried. You should have had a jersey
Is it
on.
coordinated, though?
Yeah, you are coordinated. You don't even have a black tie on. I mean,
but
it's
yellow
it's
with
kind of
the tie
embarrassing. If I walk around with you, it's kind of
Now
embarrassing.
you're wearing the away white.
Am I right? I mean, look at a guy in a coat and tie. I mean, what is he doing?
I mean, come on.
What is he doing? Does he look like a Steeler guy?
I mean,
A sports guy.
That's right.
A sports guy. Why do sports guys have to wear coat and ties? Shouldn't?
That's what people say. I'm an encyclopedia, but I'm a stupid sports guy, too. At least I don't know how to dress.
And he's looking good. I mean,
He's
these
our
are looking.
commissioner. The commissioner of tailgating is here, ladies and gentlemen. Oh,
But look at they know. I mean, they know who you are. They
Yeah.
know why you dress up
Yeah,
that
right.
way. Because I didn't know that.
Yeah, right.
And so that.
See, my people expect certain things out of me like your people expect them out of you, Commish.
Well, it's the peeps. Our
Yeah,
peeps. Yeah, our
exactly.
peeps.
That's how we talk.
Well, and you have those little peeps at Easter. I love
Oh,
those
they're
things,
so
those marshmallow
friendly, aren't
things.
they?
Yeah, and so that when we talk about all this and we talk about having, so everybody is included as a tailgate. Anybody wants a party. It also, as we walk through here, is the greatest free cooking lesson in the world.
And you've got recipes all over the place, right? You got recipes online. I mean, you have this background. You were at this school in New Orleans. 15 years you did that, but you've perfected it through the Americana that is the America Tailgate.
The best thing I always tell people about tailgating and a party at your house, keep it simple. The most important ingredient in anything, in any party, is your friends. And so the less time you have to spend on cooking, the more time that you get to spend with your friends. Trust me when I say that when you throw a party or at this tailgate, Martha Stewart's not coming out here.
No, she isn't.
Emerald's not coming out
No,
here.
they-
Richard Simmons. Oh,
We don't-
good. Yeah, we don't
well,
want him.
we don't
yeah.
want some
no
of these
exercise.
people. We don't want
so
these
that keep it simple. Be with your friends. Remember the small things today. When we look back at it, may be the big things that we remember.
Oh,
So
Commissioner.
keep it very simple.
Thank you for the wisdom. I've learned so much, and again, the entire world is learning as they're watching this right now. Congratulations on your tour, your success. You're going to Philadelphia next month, the other end of the state. Now, are you going to wear Eagles gear, or are you going to man up and wear your Heinz? Now, you can't wear your Heinz out there. You do that, you may get beat down, even though you're, well, His Highness.
Well, you know, I wherever I am part of the community. I live in my motorhome.
Oh.
So I'll be at home actually in Eagle Country, and it's nice to be at home and wear green if you're in Philadelphia. Wearing green here, of course, wouldn't be like Kermit the Frog.
It would be like wearing a multicolored tie with a lavender shirt.
Yes, but looking good. I'll tell you that right now.
All right, Commissioner, we really appreciate it. We're going to follow you into the parking lot here, get a little footage with that. Now, do you want me to tell them your real name or no?
My name, Jose Jimenez. Oh, no, that was somebody else. Joe Kahn, Commissioner of Tailgating, and I urge everyone to put on a cape and be the Can Crusader at, of course, Halloween, and you too can get more candy.
Oh, look at that. You know how to connect with your people. Look at this. The world loves you.
Thank you, guys.
All right, guys.
You are
My name is Diane.
Diane. So I have to conduct this interview. You just
Yeah,
hold the
yeah.
mic right.
I'll do
So
it.
Diane, how long have you been tailgating?
About 10 years.
About 10 years. Okay. And how big is this group here?
We have 3 parking spots.
Okay.
And this is our Italian feast today.
I see. Oh,
Now you theme it out.
Yes, we do.
And so last game, what was it?
Mexican.
Mexican.
So then we have margaritas and tacos and all.
We got a meatballs.
We got meatballs.
And this
We've
is
good.
good. He's got his name on his table.
Latanzio.
Little
Yes.
Tanzios, yeah.
And we've got hot sausage. We've got stuffed peppers. We've got cheesesteaks. We've got cannoli
Oh.
from New York.
No, over here. What? Oh.
The cheesecake is from a girl from Johnstown. Her name is Sue Lovett,
We
and
love
it's
Sue.
called Lovett's Cheesecakes. Organic, 100% organic cheesecake.
No, wait a minute.
Wow.
I know there's a fruit salad here.
Little, you gotta be healthy.
Is this Italian? I didn't know that this was Italian. Okay.
I'm not sure.
Okay. So
That's Italian fruit if I've ever seen
Okay.
it, Commish.
Right. And we had amaretto with chocolate cups and limoncello to top it off.
Oh, wow.
So
You
we
got
have
it all.
cannolis from New York.
We have
Right.
cannoli from New York.
Yeah,
Okay. Got to try a cannoli from New York.
right. Now, let me ask, can I ask a question?
Yeah,
while you're
you can
here,
ask a
Commissioner?
question now.
Now, will there be leftovers, or can I safely assume that this is going to be gone by halftime?
Oh no, come on back after the game and we'll finish up. It's easier to stay in the parking lot and have fun than to get stuck in the traffic. We're not from Pittsburgh. We live in
Right.
Johnstown. We left at 6 a.m. this morning.
You come up 56, you come up out of Johnstown, and then you get here early. Just the setup, how long does that take?
Well, the parking lot this year opens at 8. Last year it opened at 9. 8's better. We get here, we get set up. Everyone pretty much has their job and knows what to do.
Well, congratulations.
Thank
It's a
you.
wonderful, wonderful spread. This is exactly what you want your subjects to do.
It is. It's not subjects, my peeps.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that. Yeah.
And they will be, I'm up for re-election, and I have your vote, don't I?
Absolutely. Actually, when Joe left us, when he stopped by earlier, we pulled him up, so he is legit.
Oh, well, we know
pulled
that.
his website up.
We're sort of banking on that. We're talking about the age of tailgating.
tailgating. My mother is here, first time ever, 81 years old.
I want to ask you, Commissioner, how humbling is it to see these people put this spread out just for you? I mean, it's one thing for them to do it because there's a game,
every
but
day.
clearly they're doing it because of you.
Well, in my presidential aspirations, these people, and so let me just give my presidential talk. I am running for president of the United States.
Were you doing that 5 minutes ago, or did you maybe get a little push in
No, let me tell you why.
It's part of your grassroots campaign.
Well, this is my grassroots. It's going out shaking hands.
Right.
It's not shaking hands. It's giving hand bumps.
Yeah, that's
It's
exactly
giving
right.
hand
Yeah,
bumps.
that's
So
the modern
that's
day
number
tailgating.
one. This is number two, and I think we all agree. I'm running for president of the United States. I'm looking for your support, and this is my platform. Number one, the Republican Party is not a good party. The Democratic Party is not a good party. The Tea Party is not a good party. There's only one true party in the United States, and that is the Tailgating Party.
Wow.
What do we believe in? Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Are you pursuing happiness? Are you happy? I'm telling you, my campaign is kicking off. It's great.
I mean, Mr. Commissioner, just real quick, your thoughts about Pittsburgh and what it's able to do from a tailgating perspective.
Well, we've lost a lot of space.
Yeah, we
Since
have.
I've been coming in 1996, we've lost a lot of parking space. But if anything comes to mind, it's the resourcefulness of Pittsburgh, of the Steeler Nation. They can tailgate anywhere, whether it's under the overpass, over the underpass,
Yeah.
it's in a parking lot.